Ah, Nevada. Home to all manner of folksy cryptids and cool dads. Guess I'll have to pack this after my next shift.
Tess?
Yeah?
Come down to the basement. There's something I want to show you.
The basement? What is it?
Oh, it's nothing really. Remember, this? Gah!
I love it! Where did this masterpiece come from?
Your Aunt August made it. When she was a kid. It's Lady, the dog we had when we were growing up.
And Aunt August isn't a rich and famous artist now?
Well, she is one of those things. Not a famous artist, though.
We've still got a little while before we actually move out, right? Like a week?
Yeah, about.
The estate sale was weird. Having all those people in the house, picking through Grandma's stuff. I'm glad it's over.
Yeah, me too.
Are you okay? Mom.
We took care of your grandmother right up to the end, and
now they're selling the house out from under us. I know.
Want to just take a minute and look around and see what's left? I haven't really gone through everything since the sale ended.
Yeah, me neither. That sounds really nice. Just looking through what's still here. Aside from this hell picture.
Amazing that no one bought it, right?
Just shocking.
So you're all packed up, right? Good to go?
Oh my god.
Just remember that it needs to be done by Wednesday so we can get everything out of here on time.
I know. Ooh, so dapper. Was this Grandpa's? Grandma's advice column was popular, wasn't it?
For a little while, yeah.
I felt really lucky that I got to ask her for advice face to face. I remember when we went to that one book signing when I was a little kid.
You remember that?
Yeah, I mean, people in the audience seemed so excited and nervous to get to ask her their questions right there in person. Sometimes when I'd ask Grandma for advice, she'd start off with, "Don't tell Millie," but I think she saved her special advice for me.
Well, she could have given some advice to herself and realized that taking out 3 mortgages on her house wasn't such a good idea.
We did our best, but the results were... Ugh. I've gotta take more pics with Francine this year. We're so cute. Maybe I should start carrying a camera around. Who are these people? Mom's friends? I'm taller than you were.
Who's taller now?
You are. But I've still got time. Wow, was this taken right here? Cool. That's Grandpa?
Mm-hmm. Probably only a year before he died.
Of a heart attack?
Yeah, very sudden. But I guess that's how heart attacks are.
Ugh, Mom, please quit already. Oh, how did this end up down here?
Huh. Must have been in a drawer of something that got sold.
This is from one of the first digs Dad and I went on.
Oh, it was kind of adorable how excited you both got about going on those digs.
I remember being so sure that we would actually find bootlegger gold. Or at least a clue about it.
Your dad. Well, at the very least, he certainly had a way of firing up your imagination. I'll give him that.
Did Grandma start dressing like this after you moved out of the house?
Mm-hmm. After my father passed, my mother, well...
Turned into a hippie.
A bit of a free spirit, let's say.
Doesn't look like that rubbed off on August much.
I think it might have. To push her in the opposite direction.
Oh, good. Some of Grandma's pottery didn't get sold. I loved watching her at the potter's wheel when I was little. Had she been doing pottery her whole life?
Honestly, I think it's something else she picked up after my dad passed.
Like the advice column?
No, she was doing that since I was a kid.
Did Grandma... Was she ever with anyone else after Grandpa died?
Whoa, where did this come from?
Well, she just seems so vivacious. You'd think some man would be interested.
Yeah, no, not that I know of. Oh, hey. It's August. Ugh, exhausted. The state sale was a lot. But that's easy for you to say. Yeah, I remember. And the answer is still no. Well... The what? Oh, right. Right. Sorry, it hasn't exactly been at the front of my mind. Yeah, it's around here, somewhere. No, it's fine. Okay. Love you. Bye. Unbelievable.
What did she say?
Nothing helpful.
Is she still not going to help us with the house?
No. She was just calling to ask me to find some book of hers.
Any idea where it could be?
It must be upstairs somewhere, in your grandma's things. It has a red and black cover, white block lettering. I'll know it when I see it.
Okay, let's go. Oh, somebody bought Grandma's old writing desk?
And her typewriter. He said he was an advice columnist too, and wanted to use them for his writing. He said your grandmother was a real inspiration. He left a very nice note.
And a lot of money?
Well, it was just an old desk.
But it had sentimental value.
For us, maybe.
And for him, obviously. Can I see the note?
Sure.
Well, okay. I guess it's all right that he got it.
Glad you approve.
I remember hiding in here with a flashlight to read my books when I was a little kid and we were visiting Grandma.
And a box of crayons, apparently.
We'd come to visit, and I'd hunker down in here for hours. Some kind of game in my head, I guess. I'd be hiding in here, and I'd hear Grandma out there in her room, typing away or just reading in bed. I know she knew I was in there, but she'd always pretend not to know. And I'd pretend she had no idea I was hiding. I don't know why. I just liked the feeling of knowing she was out there.
I have only slipped away into the next room. Somewhere very near, just around the corner.
The poem you read at Grandma's funeral.
Mm-hmm.
Better leave these where Mom won't see them. Oh, right. I was supposed to feed you. Poor little guy. I am the very model of a modern major general. La 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 da 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 mineral. Hey, Ma! Actually, maybe I should just put this back. What's this?
Oh, it's a hook pole thing to pull down the hatch to the attic.
Could August's book be up in the attic? With Grandma's things?
Could be.
All right. We can go up there, but... you go first.
Okay, come on up!
Damn, it's dusty. Now, where's that book? Okay, well, this is just creepy stuff. Why are these up here?
You'd rather they were downstairs?
Good point. Whoa. Grandma's wedding dress?
I wore it on my wedding day, too. And you can wear it when you get married.
Definitely.
I knew you would.
Well, you didn't know.
Oh, I knew. I've always thought this was such a beautiful dress, and I'd always wanted to hand it down to you. Like your grandmother handed it down to me.
Those sound like you reasons.
Well, you just said you definitely want to wear it for your wedding, so I guess they're you reasons, too. What?
Mom, do you ever think that maybe sometimes I just say things I know you want me to say?
So you don't want to wear the dress?
I don't know. I don't even know if I'm ever gonna get married.
Well,
I just...
In the future, please don't patronize me. I don't want you to tell me something just because you think it's what I want to hear. You're better than that.
Better than that? I just... If I don't say what you want me to say, you don't take no for an answer.
So when I asked if you wanted your grandmother's wedding dress, you said yes, but you meant no. I understand. You were just telling me what I wanted to hear. You don't want the dress. I get it.
I mean... But it's a nice dress. It meant a lot to Grandma. And to you. Isn't that enough? What's under here?
Here, let me grab that. I'll put it up here to look through. Yeah, there's a bunch of old stuff in here. But...
Mom?
Hold on, it might still be here somewhere.
There's something...
Here it is. Maybe if your dad had read this, he wouldn't have stopped working at the video store.
Mom! What's in there?
This is just some junk from the old summer house.
Your family had a summer house?
Well, it was more of a cottage, I guess. We spent the summers up there for a long time.
And you've never taken me to visit?
Well, I haven't been there since I was your age. We just stopped going one summer. The summer after my dad died. I think there were just too many memories there.
Oh my god.
What?
Aren't you seeing it?
Seeing what?
Right here! Behind them? That's a freshly covered hole.
Uh-huh.
It's obviously the location of the buried bootlegger gold.
In our backyard, you mean?
Indubitably.
Lady probably buried a bone there.
Dogs don't really do that. Only cartoon dogs do that.
Only cartoon dogs bury bones, but real-life bootleggers bury gold in people's backyards? In 1968?
It was a different time, Mother.
Sure.
Grandma's sunglasses? Vintage. Can I keep them?
You think they're your style?
Yeah.
Sure. Just be careful with them.
I'll guard them with my life. Did Grandma write these?
During the last summer, we visited the cottage.
Was she... okay?
Looks like her editor didn't think she was. It was only a year after my father died. I think Millie was still figuring things out, too.
It must have been hard.
I'm sure it was. They had been married 20 years?
I meant for you.
Oh, right. I mostly just tried not to think about it.
That doesn't seem very healthy.
It got me through.
Weird little rocks.
These little stones were from the stream near the summer house.
You painted them?
Me in August. The rocks from the stream were so smooth, but I forget why we painted them.
You were really that bored, huh?
There weren't many TV channels back then.
Tragic. Cool van.
I did love that van. The engine died for good while we were visiting the summer home, and so I just turned it into my bedroom after that.
You slept in a broken-down van?
Well, the summer house was small, and I always had to share a bedroom with August. When I realized I could have my own space just by sleeping out in the van, it was a no-brainer.
Did you, redo it to be like a bedroom inside?
Yeah. Your grandfather pulled the seats out for me, and I set up a little bed frame with a mattress and all sorts of posters and pillows and shelves and things like that.
Wow, that's actually cool. Could I do that? With our car?
No!
Whoa. There was a crime spree?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, department stores and fancy clothing shops. Places kept getting robbed. The police couldn't figure out how the crooks were pulling it off. It went on for, it felt like months.
So what happened? Did they get caught?
Now that I don't remember.
Well, whoever this guy was, it sure seems like he and Grandma had something pretty intense going on. Was Grandma Helen... cheating on Grandpa?
No! Not the Helen I knew.
Intrigue. Grandma, what were you up to? Grandma's diary? Should we?
Oh, I don't think we should really...
Oh, Grandma wouldn't have cared. I'm dead. What difference does it make to me? I can hear her saying it now. What is this? So, Grandma and this guy were definitely together before Grandpa died? And they were gonna run away together? You never heard about this?
No, this is...
And what is this key to? Why is it hidden in here?
Something at the summer home, I assume?
Okay, well, now we've gotta go check the old place out. To find out who this mystery man was. Don't you want to know?
I don't know, Tess. We still have so much to do around here.
Come on. It'll be fun. An adventure.
I still need to call Tina at the theater and finish cleaning out the fridge.
Come on. We never get to do stuff together. You spend all your time at the theater, and I spend all my time in school. When was the last time we were able to do something? To talk?
Well...
You do want to know, don't you? I can see it, Mom. I can see it in your face.
Oh, God. You know, a little change of scenery would be nice.
Ha, that's the spirit.
We could spare a weekend before we have to move for a little road trip, right? To tie up some loose ends.
Right.
And some of those little towns along the way are great for antiquing.
Yeah, sure.
All right, it's a deal. Let's hit the road and see what we find. I could really use a break from all this, even if it's just for a weekend. Pack your overnight bag.
Yes!
And bring your homework. I don't need you falling behind at school.
What about August's book?
We can FedEx it to her when we get back.
Okay. A road trip! This is gonna be great. What highway are we on anyway?
Oh, this is the old two-lane north route, from before there was a freeway. It used to be the main route north, but now it's pretty off the beaten path. It's the way we always took to get up to the summer place when I was growing up, though, so I wanted to take it again.
It's nice out here. Peaceful.
Mm-hmm. Used to be a lot more cars on the road, and little shops and towns along the way. But with all the traffic going up the freeway now, everything kind of died off. What are you doing back there? Are you gonna do your homework?
No. Reading in the car makes me carsick.
Then what are you messing with back there?
I don't know.
So stop it. It's not safe.
When did you say the last time you were at this summer house was?
Oh, when I was, I guess, 15. Your age.
I'm 16.
I meant about your age.
So, a super long time ago. Wow. No one's been there since, like, the 19th century.
Ha ha.
What was the Industrial Revolution like?
Tess, I wouldn't know.
Did you ever meet Galileo?
Jesus, how old do you think I am?
I mean, I'm just estimating. It's a rough estimate. It's a rough estimate.
I'll say. It was the 60s, I think, summer of 68. 1968.
So, like, 35 years ago?
And you say you're bad at math.
What was it like?
The summer house?
And the Dark Ages, but yeah, the summer house.
I just always really liked it there. It was an escape.
From what?
Everything, I guess. School, town, same old. Every day just felt like it was hours when we were there.
So why did you stop going?
Oh, yeah, we stopped going as a family when I was your age, and then I went off to college, and then married your father.
Did Dad even know about this place? I can't imagine Dad passing up a free summer home where he could just hang out and do nothing all day.
So you're saying your father is lazy?
No, Dad's a hard worker.
Okay.
He'd work late at the video store all the time. He'd be there with the closing shift.
Watching movies on the store monitors.
You've got to have something on for the customers. Closing is a pain in the butt. And he'd manage the schedules and store finances. He even made the window displays.
Fine, those were pretty cool. No. I mean, I guess there is a real reason I never told your father about the old summer place. Because I knew he would never have put in the work to actually fix it up so we could use it.
It needed a lot of work?
Well, not last I saw it, but being unoccupied for decades, out there in the middle of nowhere, it's gotta be falling apart.
It could still be in good shape. Maybe somebody's been, keeping it up.
You hope squatters have been living in it?
No, like shoe elves.
Oh, God.
I mean, it'd be nice if it were magically still in good shape, considering we need a new place to live.
To live in? Tess, I'm sorry, you couldn't live there, and not year-round.
Why not?
Well, it doesn't have central heat, or even really insulation. It's a summer home, not a winter home.
Well, it's better than not having a home at all, isn't it?
Okay, we're not gonna be homeless.
But we're getting kicked out of Grandma Helen's house. We don't have anywhere else to live.
We'll find a place.
What kind of place?
I don't know yet.
We're gonna be living in this car, aren't we?
No.
Just like when you lived in that van.
We can find an apartment.
How are you even going to pay for an apartment?
The theater company,
I thought you said it was underwater.
Well, it's not doing great, but...
Mom.
What?
We need money.
Believe me, Tess, I know.
If Dad was still here.
Excuse me?
He could help. Pay for things.
If your father and I were still together, we wouldn't be in this situation in the first place.
Well, have you asked Dad if he could send back some money? To help?
Absolutely not. He doesn't have the money.
But Dad moved out west. For work. What? Don't laugh at me.
I'm not. It's just... work. Sure.
It wasn't for work? Then what was it then? I think I deserve to know.
If he hasn't told you his side of the story, I'm not gonna step in and take that responsibility for him, like I always did. Your father left me in a hell of a situation. We made all these decisions together. Do you not understand that? We made decisions that depended on us both, sticking around. I didn't plan for any of this. You idealize your father, you know that? And I just don't really want to talk about it right now.
Fine. Let's never talk about it. Let's never talk about anything important.
Are you sending text messages to someone?
Yes? Yes, I am.
To who?
It's to whom, Mother? It was Dad.
Just getting his side of the story, huh?
No comment.
It's all right. Having a common enemy can help bring people together.
You're not my enemy. Or Dad's.
Sometimes it feels that way.
Well, it's not supposed to. Mom!
My God.
Are you okay?
I just didn't think it would still be here.
Mom, well, it is. And it looks to be surprisingly well preserved.
Well, it's not just like I remember it. A little more...
Rundown?
weathered than the last time I was here. But I guess I am too.
Want to start looking around?
Yeah.
Is this a trailer home?
It's a mobile home.
What did I just say?
They're not the same thing. A trailer home hooks up to the back of a truck and can be towed around. You can take it from place to place. A mobile home arrives on a trailer, like towed by a big truck.
Go on.
A mobile home doesn't have wheels.
Well, why didn't you just say that?
Well, I will admit it took me a moment to untangle the nuances.
Mom, you know what it sounds like. You had a Francine.
I guess I did.
I've never heard of Lori before. Are you still in touch with her?
It was short for Dolores. Maybe you've heard me talk about my old friend Dolores?
No, I don't think so.
We haven't spoken in years. One of those friends you have in high school and then college happens and, you know.
That'll probably happen with me and Francine. She wants to go to a theater program in New York. And then on to Broadway.
We'll tell her to stay in town. We can cast her at the Andromeda.
No offense, but Greenville is too small time for her.
So you don't think you'll stay in touch?
I mean, we'll talk on AIM and whatnot, but she'll be hanging out with all her cool new theater friends and going to the Empire State Building every day and whatever New York people do. And as soon as I have a little more work in my portfolio, I'm applying all over the place in Silicon Valley. Friendster, Blogster, all the stirs.
Monster?
Yes! Monster.com. That's how I'll find the job.
You know, while you work on your portfolio, you could get your degree right near home.
Mom, please, stop. We're in an abandoned mobile home right now. I don't want to argue about college.
Well, then don't argue, just listen.
Why would I go to college and then apply for jobs when I could just skip the college and then apply for jobs right away? Cut out the middleman.
I think college is a little more than a middleman. But maybe you're right. This isn't the best place to have this discussion. Let's keep looking.
Well, would you look at this? A postcard from the mystery man.
What was he running from?
The cops?
For what?
Murder 1.
You think my mother was mixed up with a cold-blooded killer, huh?
Well, innocent until proven guilty, don't forget.
If he was so innocent, then why was he running?
He was a Robin Hood type, which put him on the bad side of Greenville's rich and powerful. They pinned the murder on him, and he had to make a break for the border. Romantic, exciting. What more could Grandma want? Nightshade?
It was because he could only come out at night. Or stay in the shade, as I remember it.
Okay, well that's spooky as hell.
August was just a kid. She needed someone to talk to.
Did it have to be a freaky, imaginary friend who lurked in the shadows? I mean, what about you or Grandma Helen?
Well, I was a teenager. I don't think I was the most, compassionate at that age. I had my own problems.
If I had a little sister and Dad died, I'd be there for her to talk to.
It's different. You don't know what having a little sister is like.
Are you trying to say you were justified in not helping your little sister when she was grieving after her father died?
I helped. I did. I mean, we were all there for each other, but I could have used more help too. I don't think I had anything left to give. So August made a new friend for herself, one who would always listen.
Locked. Maybe the little key? From Grandma's diary? Nope. What secrets might you hold, little drawer? Oh, look at this big pink guy.
Kurt won that from me. At the fair.
Kurt?
We met at the drive-in diner.
You had a summer fling?
Well,
Was he cute?
I thought he was very handsome. And he rode a motorcycle.
Oh my god, a bad boy?
Well, honestly, I fell for him pretty hard that summer. It was pretty,
Cool. On his motorcycle?
He was very romantic.
Oh, no.
No, not like that. Well, a little like that.
Oh, no. So, what happened? Did you break up with him, or...
I don't remember. It was just a summer thing. It doesn't really matter.
Wow. Did I hit a nerve?
Hey, maybe we should keep looking around for more relevant things.
Sheesh, what happened here?
Looks like the wall gave way. Water damage, I guess.
What is this thing?
It's the water heater.
Oh, that's why you said water damage. I get it, I'm following along. Well, it's not going anywhere now. Can we climb over it?
No! God, look at all that rusty metal.
I'm up on my tetanus shots, aren't I?
We're not risking it.
Well, what's that thingy back there?
It's a maintenance hatch for getting down into the crawl space under the house.
Is there any other way into the crawl space?
I think there's a way to get in from around the back. Why are you acting so excited?
Well, if we could get into the crawl space, we could climb back up out of that hatch and get over to that side of the mobile home to find more stuff.
I'm not sure why you're using the plural here.
And also, I really want to see if there's any cool, creepy stuff under there. Like a skeleton.
Listen, you can give it a peek if you want, but there is no way I'm crawling under there with you. You're on your own.
Hey, no problem. More cool, creepy stuff for me. So, this is how we get into the crawl space?
You keep saying we.
So, this is how intrepid people with an innate sense of curiosity get into the crawl space?
Among other personality traits, yes.
Fine then. I'll go it alone. You're probably too frail to get in here anyway. Those creaky knees of yours.
Wow. Okay, into the filthy crawl space you go.
See you on the other side. Oh, cool. Ooh, this is good. Mom's gotta see this. I found a way in. Hang on, I'll open the back door. Hey, Mom? I found something. Look!
Another letter.
He wanted to live with Grandma on a boat? Maybe we can figure out where the boat was by looking at the photo.
It looks like, well, it looks like a boat.
A houseboat.
Can't see much of the surrounding area.
It's near... trees? Maybe we can look for some of those.
A place in Canada with trees. That narrows it down. Go mechanics! Oh man, I forgot that August had this. I let her keep it when I moved into the van.
But August didn't even go to Fort State.
She almost did. We were both so excited to, growing up. Don't you remember Grandma talking about how much she loved it?
I remember her talking about how sexist it was.
Yeah, well, everything was sexist back then. But we're a Ford State family. You'll be a triple legacy.
I don't even know if I want to go to college.
What do you mean you don't know if you want to go to college? Of course you're going.
I can make my own choices.
What kind of choice is that? To be broke?
I'm not gonna be broke. I've been working really hard on my design business. And August didn't go to college.
August was lucky. She's talented, but she's also lucky.
When I'm 18.
Look, I don't want to talk about this anymore. It's not a discussion.
Fine. Well, howdy there. What's your name, buddy? Oh, how fun. Wait, did they not get to use these? No video games back then, I guess. Poor, deprived kids. This looks like it's for a car or something.
Oh, that's the key to my old van out front. August was always stealing the keys so she could get in there and mess with my stuff.
Well, well. Look who's gonna be messing with your stuff now. Poor kid. Did she get made fun of a lot? At school and stuff?
I think she got picked on when she was little, but she toughened up. I guess right around this age, when we came back from our last summer trip.
What changed?
I don't know.
I don't know if I agree with this advice. This doesn't sound very Millie to me.
Millie was just a character, honey.
I know, but didn't she usually give advice Grandma would have given? How could you tell a little kid that getting picked on was their own fault?
I don't know if that's what she meant.
It's right here. She's like, if people are mean to you, you should change. What, the bullies are right? She never told me that kind of thing when girls were being mean to me at school. She just told me to be myself.
I guess... Well, maybe if Mother could have gone back and given August the advice she gave you instead, she would have.
I hope so. I'd recognize that penmanship anywhere.
This piece was clearly done by an accomplished artist.
A cartographic prodigy? Do you think there'd be anything there to dig up that was left behind? It'd be like a time capsule.
Maybe she was gonna come back for it later. It was her first investment.
She got started early. I don't know. Let's just go see what it is. Oh my god, Aunt August. I have so many questions. Oh, it's everything I'd imagined. It's got an ugly lamp, an acoustic guitar, a concerning scent of mold?
I mean, what do you expect? It's been under this carport for 30 years. That's why I'm not coming inside.
Okay, I'll just look around and get out. It is kind of gross in here. Wow, Mom was even into theater back then. Huh. Wow. Brutal, Lori. Brutal. But kind of fair. Holy shit.
How was the stuff? Cool as you'd hoped?
Well, I found, this. You guys didn't just drift apart at the end of the summer, did you?
No. I came to work at the diner one night, and they said someone had left a note for me. And it was this stupid thing.
That sucks, Mom.
I just felt like such an idiot. I'd put all my energy into plans, planning how we'd be able to stay together, planning how our life was going to be, planning how he'd be the answer for how I was going to be okay. And then one day, this. I don't know if I've ever cried as much as I did for the week after I got this.
He seems like an asshole.
Hey, language.
Sorry.
In this case, it's okay.
Well, in that case... What an asshole! Ass! Butt! Crap!
All right, enough. There was a lesson I should have learned that summer. You can't rely on other people.
What?
If you put your trust in other people, if you expect them to be there for you, one day they won't be.
So what, you shouldn't have friends or relationships?
Well, no, I just mean... You can care about other people, but you have to be ready for them to go away. And be okay on your own when they do.
Are you... You're making it sound like... Are you saying Dad left you? I thought you said you both agreed to get divorced.
Well, either way, he's not here, is he?
Mom, what happened? With you and Dad splitting up? He always makes it sound like you wanted him to leave, but...
He does?
I mean,
If he's telling you I wanted this, See? This is why you need to be okay on your own. If you're fine on your own, when they leave, you don't have to feel this way. Remember that.
I also found this little screwdriver.
Oh, okay. That might come in handy.
Did you do these with Grandma?
No, August did. I never had a green thumb. She loved helping my mother in the garden.
Really?
Why do you say it like that?
I don't know. Can you picture August getting her hands dirty out in the garden now?
I guess not. But if my mother was ever out in the garden, she was out there with her, helping the best she could. I remember one year, maybe when she was 6, she started crying so hard when it came time to pick the berries and vegetables. But the plants worked so hard growing them. You can't just take them.
Aw, well now I feel bad for the plants.
She was a sensitive kid.
So am I. So what happened? To August. She doesn't seem so sensitive now.
Oh. Life happened, I guess.
Precious stone? This was to you?
Subtle, right? My mother was against me and Kurt being together from the start. To be fair, I would go off to who knows where with him and sometimes not come back till the morning. Now I understand how worried she must have been as a mother.
You were a bad kid? Do you ever thank your lucky stars I'm not a bad kid?
I don't know. You and Francine can stay up pretty late.
Playing The Sims and eating pizza rolls.
Yeah, you kids are wild these days.
Now, what is this?
During the summers when we'd come here, I had a summer job as a waitress at the drive-in.
On roller skates? Like in the movies?
Yeah, I guess. And those movies were based on reality, you know.
You were cute.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, please, Mom, stop. You were cute then, and you're, hot mom now.
What?
According to the boys at school, you are my hot mom. You didn't know about this?
What? No! I am not.
Oh yeah, no, it's great. It's great having all the boys at school talking about how hot your mom is. It's great. Regardless, this photo of you is real neat, and I think we should keep it.
Sure. Why not?
What's in here?
That was my mom and dad's room. Well, just my mom's room last we were here.
Look, I think I could twist this open from the inside with that little screwdriver I found.
Hey, good work.
Thanks, Mom. Would you have loved living on a boat?
I don't think so. I wonder what age he thought I was. He couldn't have thought a teenage girl would want to... Wait. I hadn't even thought of that. My mother was just gonna take me and August, and we were all gonna run off to Canada? I mean, of course she wasn't just gonna leave us behind, but...
Sounds like Grandma had some big plans worked up.
Well, look, he said she started having cold feet. And she must have written him back and said she wasn't sure if she could come after all.
You think she realized that maybe her kids wouldn't have been so happy moving onto a boat with some random man in Canada? Can I start calling him Canada Man?
You can call him whatever you want. This is so strange.
Love makes you do crazy things.
Love or grief?
Both? Freaky. Yet appealing. Oh, Grandma.
Oh, my mom loved this desk. I remember when she brought it home from the flea market.
Jeez, how many desks did Grandma have?
Kind of a lot, I guess. I mean, she was a writer. She liked to move around.
Well, let's see what she was hiding in here. Ugh, it's locked. This gives me an idea. The little key? From Grandma's diary?
Right.
What's that?
What? I'm sorry. What?
What does he mean? When he says those are his kids? Was Grandpa Leo not your real dad? Could that have been why he was trying to run away with you and August and Grandma Helen?
I can't even imagine.
Look, Mom. Look. This one. This note. It has a return address. Pierre Lautrec. Box 9, Hop2 Lake, Carndale, Ontario. We should go check it out.
What? No.
No? But...
Tess, we already drove however many hours up here and dug around getting dirty and all this stuff. I'm not driving us to Canada based on some return address from over 30 years ago. We have the rest of the house to pack up, and I still need to call the electric company to schedule our end of the service, which I probably should have done sooner, and...
Mom, stop. This is your father we're talking about here. It's about who you really are. It's about who I really am. Was my grandfather really my grandfather? Who was this guy? Who are we? These are big questions, Mom, and you're just gonna turn around and drive home?
Okay, listen.
Yes.
Hey, I'm not doing this because of your sterling rhetorical skills. You didn't win this one. I just happen to agree with you. I do want to know who my mother might have been mixed up with, and why she never told me about it, and who my real father is. And if we go check out this address, we might find nothing. But we might find something. So if one more day of driving is all it takes to find out one way or the other...
Then why not, right?
Right.
Glad I could convince you.
No, you just happen to be right.
Exactly. Glad you came around to see things my way in the end. Okay. Should we get going? It's getting dark.
Yeah. Let's find somewhere to stay for the night. We'll look up directions. Get back on the road in the morning.
Hotel night. We're getting room service. Thank you, Mom. Best weekend ever.
But we didn't find that hidden fortune you were so excited about.
Yeah. Maybe it's on the other side of the border.
Maybe. Come on, let's get out of here.
It's out there. Somewhere. That buried bootlegger gold.
Uh-huh. Bigfoot, too, I hear.
Do you think he found the gold already?
What makes you so sure Bigfoot's a he?
Oh, I love it. Equal opportunity cryptids. Very forward thinking.
It's 2003, Tess. Anyone can be a Bigfoot.
All right. Time to order that room service.
This is not the kind of place that has room service. I'm sorry.
What?
Hotels do room service. This is a motel.
Just like the summer place was a mobile home and not a trailer.
Right. But the other way around. But there's a restaurant and lounge right next door, though. I'm gonna head down there and get us dinner, okay? And I'm going to have a cocktail while I wait. It's been a long day. I'll be back with something to eat soon.
Well, all right. That's almost like room service.
What do you want to eat?
Oh. Burger?
Burger it is. Do your homework. Hey, it's burger time. How's that homework coming along?
Fine. How was the restaurant?
Overpriced. But I guess that's the price you pay for convenience. Here's your burger.
Thanks.
Enjoy. I'm gonna call August.
Tell her I said hi.
August? Guess where I am? At a motel in Powhatan. Tess and I took a little road trip. She says hi. We paid a visit to the old summer house. You remember the summer house? Mobile home. Yes, it's still there. Anyway, we came away with some questions about Mom and Dad. Do you think, could Dad have... Yeah, she's here. Hold on. She wants to talk to you. I'm going out for a smoke. Back in a few.
Hello, Teresa.
Hi, Aunt August.
This is all... It's pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah, that's one word for it.
How do you feel about it?
Honestly, I'm not sure.
Me neither. It's so surreal.
I can't imagine Grandma having an affair, but I also don't think she would have if it wasn't the right thing to do.
Yeah, it seems pretty out of character, but she was an interesting person. My dad... I was still pretty young when our dad died. For your mom, I think this is all a lot harder on your mom than on me. I never really knew him.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. I've spent enough on therapy to almost be over it. Did you guys find anything out there? I haven't been since we were kids.
We found some of your old art. Stuff you made as a kid.
Oh, that's so fun. I was a creative kid.
Do you ever do that kind of stuff now?
Well, no, not really. Not as much as I'd like to. Although I have to do a lot of creative stuff at work. But it would be nice to get back into writing.
What about drawing?
I was a dedicated artist, but never a very good one. I'll leave the visual stuff to you. What about the house? What was it like?
It was pretty beat up.
Yeah. I'm surprised it was still standing.
I guess part of me hoped we could just move out there.
Move out there? Oh my gosh, you're breaking my heart. You'd rather live in the middle of nowhere than in Chicago?
What?
With me, in the townhouse. Didn't your mom say?
No. What about Mom? Can she stay with you?
Of course, both of you, but she doesn't want to.
What do you mean?
She... Look, you should talk to her about it. It isn't my place.
Why didn't...
Oh, hold on. Work is calling. I gotta go. Love you, Teresa.
Love you too, Aunt August. Oh, how lovely. Dirt-flavored water. No thanks.
And Jocelyn is looking at him, and it's so obvious that she forgot her line, and of course she did, because she only got off book a few days before, and he's just staring at her.
Uh-huh.
And Todd needs her to say it, otherwise the whole scene makes no sense, and it's dead quiet. It's opening night! And so then, she just says, "Who are you? The Pirate of Penzance?" Tess,
What?
are you even listening to what I'm saying?
Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm listening.
If you want to just drive quietly for a while, that's fine. I can do that.
Wait, where's my cell phone? Did I leave it in my backpack? Oh no.
What?
My cell phone. I left my cell phone at the hotel.
Are you sure?
Yes, I looked everywhere. It's not in the glove box. It's not in my backpack. I don't have the charger either. I must have left it on the charger at the hotel. I need my phone.
Tess, we have been driving for over an hour already. We are not driving all the way back to the motel just so you can have your phone for one day.
You don't understand. It might be gone if we don't go back for it.
I'm sure it'll be in the motel Lost and Found. We can pick it up on the way home.
Mom, we have to turn around. We haven't been driving for an hour.
Yes, we have. We left 1 hour and 18 minutes ago.
Well, we can drive faster on the way back.
I am not breaking the speed limit and getting pulled over and getting a ticket because you can't wait till tonight to get
I wouldn't have left my phone there if it wasn't for you. You were lying to me. And I was so distracted. And now you won't even go back and...
Hold on. I was lying to you? When was I lying to you?
You didn't tell me we could stay with August. Why would you just lie to me and say August was unwilling to help us?
I didn't lie. She doesn't want to help. Helping would be buying the house, and when I asked, she said no.
But she offered to let us stay with her.
And I said no. There's a million reasons why that's a bad idea.
At least we'd be sleeping in a bed and not a car.
We aren't gonna sleep in the car. I'll figure something out.
Aren't you concerned? We have no plan. You have no plan.
I have a plan. Money might be tight, but it's not like I don't have a job.
Why don't you like August?
Excuse me? Where did you get that idea?
You always act like she's a pain when she's just trying to help. It's like you're jealous of her.
First of all, I am not jealous of her. It's a lot easier to make money when you live by yourself, especially if you're so far away. Your own family is an afterthought. I had to do all the work for Grandma. August just stayed in Chicago.
You're making her sound so selfish. She's not like that.
You've never lived with her, Tess. It's not gonna be like your little vacation. August thinks she knows what's best for everyone. I can't be around someone like that every day.
Wow, I can't imagine what that feels like. Do you think you're the only person with problems and the rest of us are just running around doing whatever? You're exhausting. No wonder Dad left.
Don't bring your dad into this.
Why not? Why can't we talk about Dad? Actually talk about Dad for once. The divorce,
I don't want to have this discussion right now.
Fine. You don't want to have this discussion? I'll just find out when I go to Nevada.
What?
When I see Dad when I go next month.
You're not going to Nevada next month.
Yes, I am. I already have the tickets.
What do you mean? With what money?
From my business. I'm going...
From your business. I can't believe you. That you would go behind my back?
If you just told me what was happening, I wouldn't have to. I wouldn't have to ask Dad to tell me the truth.
The truth? Please. Oh, so that's what this is all about, huh? You want to know what's the truth? Fine. Here's the truth. The divorce wasn't mutual. I divorced him.
You...
Your father announced he was going to Reno to become a full-time gambler and expected me to say, "Oh, sure, honey, feel free to abandon me and my daughter and dying mother to try out your next get-rich-quick scheme." What? What kind of person would think a marriage could work with that kind of distance? So then I have to be the bad guy, just like always. He gets to run away and be the fun parent, and I have to be the mean mom and do all the work. So I divorced him. I'm sure he's just as proud of his new job as I am, and that's why you're hearing about it now. So sure, go to Nevada, ask him all about it. I'm sure he'll tell you the truth.
Mom.
It's a dead end.
It's not a dead end. We just have to get out and walk.
Where, Tess?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I think it's through here. Thanks for the help, by the way.
Look, I know you're upset. We both are. Let's just get in, see what we can find about Pierre, and get out. Before I change my mind.
Agreed. Pierre! Pierre was here.
Looks like we're on the right track.
Yikes. Somebody has anger issues. Couldn't just set down the knife gently, could ya? How are we supposed to get on board?
Maybe there's something around here we can use. This is so stupid. We're trespassing. We need to go back home.
But
What if you fall off and break your neck, Tess? Or who knows what's even in that boat? Or if the floorboards are all rotted, or...
But we're already here. And the trailer home...
Mobile home.
The mobile home was fine. I just think... If we go back now, what's the point? Don't you want to know what happened to Grandma? To find Pierre?
Okay, fine. You stay here, and I'll see what I can find.
No, you can't go in without me.
Don't tell me what I can't do, Tess. No matter how grown up you think you might be, I'm still your mother.
You're right. I'm sorry. We've done all of this so far together. I just don't want to give that up.
All right. We'll do it together, but I should go first.
No, I should go.
No way! What if you fall off?
I could say the same to you. I should go first. I'm not gonna let my poor, aged mother walk across a rickety bridge before I'm sure it's safe.
Let's flip a coin. Call it heads or tails.
Heads. I won!
Just be careful and stay away from the edge.
A letter from Grandma.
Can you imagine if my mother had actually moved us up here to stay?
I'd be Canadian.
You wouldn't even exist.
Whoa. What?
Well, who knows if I would have had a daughter if my whole life had changed back then. I certainly wouldn't have met your father.
Wow. So this is like looking into an alternate reality. I'd like to live in another reality.
Like what?
One where you and Dad were still together? I mean, I just wish you two were able to work things out.
Well, it's not possible. There's no way to that reality from here.
It's locked. This must be where the money is.
I seriously doubt that, but regardless, we'll have to...
Can I just kick it in?
I'd say you're free to try, but I don't want you hurting yourself.
How sturdy can it be? Ow. All right, pretty sturdy. Boy, really getting into the sea captain persona, aren't we? Did the boat ever even leave this dock? Damn, 40 grand.
We've definitely found our man.
This must have been from when he drove up here. Imagine spending $6 on a steak lunch.
Or $7 for a tank of gas.
Did people just drink more back then?
Yeah, I think so. But this is a lot, even for 1968.
$3,000 for a houseboat?
Are you saying that's a lot or a little?
A little? Only $3,000 for a boat you can live on? It's a house and a boat. That's two whole things for just $3,000. Some people don't even have one thing.
It does seem like he probably got a pretty good deal.
Do you think the boat had something wrong with it?
Maybe Pierre just drove a hard bargain.
Cool. Nobody to spy on, though. Dodge this. Oh, it's for 4 players. Sorry, Pierre. You tell him, Grandma.
Yeah, not one to mince words.
All those years of writing advice columns paid off, I guess. Kinda nice that she was thinking about you guys, too. Not just uprooting your life, dumping you in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. I can't imagine what it would have been like to grow up here.
You'd have to learn French.
Sacre bleu.
Oh no, it's already happening. Boy, he really burned through it.
I can't imagine just spending $40,000 on nothing.
Well, some of it was on this boat.
Yeah, seems like he really loved it.
Can you imagine Grandma living here?
Can you imagine August living here?
Maybe then she would have been a famous painter, because she would have, had to paint a bunch of stuff to make it less ugly.
For sure.
And you and Grandma would have had to fish every day.
This is a very tempting scene you're painting.
I'm imagining something like Little House on the Prairie, but on a boat.
Little houseboat on the river?
Rolls off the tongue. The burglary ring! Mom, Grandma's boyfriend here was a bank robber. Why else would he have this?
Maybe my mother sent it to him.
For what?
To keep him abreast of current events?
Oh, come on, Mom. Grandma had a thing going with a bank robber. How cool is that?
Well, okay, they didn't rob any banks. It was the jewelry counters at department stores and things like that.
Department store robber doesn't quite have the same ring to it.
And it wasn't robbery, it was burglary.
What's the difference?
A robbery is when you take something from someone under duress. A burglary, you take it when they're unaware. I think.
You think?
Listen, it's been a while since I've brushed up on my criminology.
And why are they so sure it was men?
What?
It says the men broke into the store, but there were no witnesses. So how do they know it was men?
You're thinking lady robbers.
Like Catwoman.
I like it. Very cinematic.
Do you think Grandma could have helped?
Are you seriously asking if I think my mother was an accomplice in all this?
On second thought, maybe not. Grandma Helen was too smart to get involved in something like that.
Wow, that is a lot to spend on whiskey.
$45?
A lot for back then, I mean. Whiskey was more expensive then, too. Plus, judging from the state of this place, this was probably a reoccurring order.
Geez, slow it down, Pierre.
I don't think he was handling my mother's change of heart too well.
With this amount of booze, it doesn't look like he was handling anything too well.
Listen, let's just get back to it. It's cold in this busted old boat.
So I guess that's it. Grandma had enough time on her own. Without Grandpa, without Pierre. She realized she liked things better that way.
Can you blame her?
No, not at all. It was her chance to have her own independence. And who would want to give up their whole life, everything they know, just for some guy and some money?
People have done worse for less.
Yeah, but Grandma had a pretty good life, didn't she? Her advice column, her art, her kids, her house. Maybe she just needed a little time to herself to realize how good she had it. This could come in handy.
Looks like a mailbox key.
Didn't we see some mailboxes up by the gate where we came in? Looks like Pierre tried to mail this, but he messed up the postage or something. Let's crack this bad boy open.
Wait, opening other people's mail? I don't know, Tess.
If this guy was your real father, you're his next of kin, so it's fine.
Is that how that works?
I don't know, probably. Makes sense to me.
I suppose you have a point.
Let's see what we've got here.
So Pierre was my dad?
He wrote this whole confession, but it never made it. It's been here ever since.
I can't believe it.
Well, it says right there.
No, I mean rhetorically, Tess. Jeez.
Right.
So my mother wasn't having an affair at all. Or whatever this would have been.
Not except with Grandpa's secret identity.
So my father hadn't died. When we thought he'd had a heart attack. He was just... here. On this dock. We never got to know him. He was just a car ride away. August and I suffered over something that never even happened.
Yeah. I'm really sorry, Mom. For your whole life, you thought your dad had just died, and you had to live with that. That really sucks.
I can't believe I can't believe he just abandoned us. All this time, he was... here. He gave up his family, his children.
For an old boat and some booze.
I wish I could have talked to him. Just one more time. And my mother living a lie. For the rest of her life, I can't even imagine. I just wish I could have talked to her about it. While she was alive, I just...
Wish you could have been there for her?
Yeah. If we could have just... She didn't have to carry all this alone. I can't believe she would do that to us, lie to us, her whole life. Why didn't she say anything? Even when we were all grown up.
Maybe she was trying to protect you.
Yeah, maybe. August was so little. But I was old enough to know the truth. I just wish we would have talked.
So, that's it? He spent all his money, tried to send this confession, and disappeared, and he never came back? Do you think he could still be alive?
I don't know. Honestly, I honestly don't care. It doesn't really matter, does it? Either way, he's gone.
You don't want to keep going? Maybe we could find...
No, I think we found enough.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Mom.
He pretended to die. But he really just left me, like everyone else.
I didn't leave you.
Well, maybe not yet. But your dad...
I thought you said you were the one who kicked Dad out.
I mean... Well, it wasn't quite like that. I guess... Listen. I'll give you the full story in the car. I'm freezing out here.
Yeah, me too.
Tess, thanks for doing this. For coming with me.
Of course.
And for pushing me to find out what happened.
Just doing my job.
I know I haven't been the best mom lately. But I am so lucky to have such an incredible, kind...
Oh, Mom.
beautiful, hard-working...
Stop. You'll make me cry.
Just such an amazing daughter.
I love you, Mom.
I love you too, honey.
Hey, Mom. I was thinking about something. I wonder what Grandma would say about all this.
Good question. What do you think?
I don't think she'd be too happy. Now, girls, I hid those private things away so people wouldn't find them. I don't know why you couldn't leave well enough alone. Well, if you didn't want people to find it, maybe you should have gotten rid of it. Well, okay. Maybe I did want you to find it. A little bit.
So you asked about what happened with me and Dad.
Uh-huh.
Well, Your dad, was always looking for the next thing. Always had a new idea to try that was going to fix all his problems, our problems. And for a while, it was the video store. And then that sales thing, and then he decided that he was going to be a professional poker player.
Is that what you meant by full-time gambler?
Yeah. I mean, not really a gambler. He's not playing with his own money. It's all tournaments and stuff. They're playing as a sport.
That's kind of cool.
It's certainly, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's following his dreams. He might not make it, but he is going for it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I never really thought about it in that kind of light.
I mean, I wish he could have been here, but he had a dream, and he had to follow it. I get it.
Right, my little web entrepreneur.
It's like Matt Damon in Rounders.
It's not really like Rounders. I mean, he wins a lot in Rounders, and he's a lot more handsome.
He must really like poker.
He likes it. But I wouldn't say that's the real reason he left. The split came at a really hard time. The theater was doing worse, and I was spending all my time there. Then your grandmother started really declining and needed more and more help. I think when I decided we needed to move in with her to care for her, well, being a full-time caretaker for his mother-in-law was not something your father ever signed up for. So he left for Nevada. He wanted to stay married. Said we could make it work. But by that time...
It was already over.
Yeah, exactly. I realized that this was a pattern that would never really end. Do you blame me for ending it?
No, I get it. You needed his support, and he just ran away. Kind of forced your hand.
Yeah, kind of.
That sucks, Mom. But I do miss him. I'm sorry for buying the tickets.
Oh.
I should have talked to you first. I guess I thought, I don't know, that Dad, explain everything to me in a way that made sense, and that he was living some great life out there.
No, you shouldn't apologize. I'm sorry I didn't tell you earlier. I guess I was embarrassed. That I would have married such a ding-dong. Professional gambler. I didn't want to have to say it out loud. But I guess you can't keep running away from your problems forever.
Now I have these tickets and I don't know what to do.
I think you should go.
To Reno?
Yeah. I think it would be good for you to hear his side of the story. We may not always get along, but he's not a bad guy. And you guys have a good relationship. You should spend some time with him. I think it'd be good for both of you.
Are you sure, Mom?
Yeah, I'm sure. But it's not over Thanksgiving, right?
Oh, God, no. And Miss August mac and cheese? Fat chance. I'm proud of you, Mom.
For what?
What do you mean, for what? You're kick-ass. How many moms would stop packing up their house to drive their daughter all over Michigan to search for a family secret? Or run their own business, run a community theater? That's pretty cool.
All right. Maybe not the brightest idea from a financial perspective, but it is pretty cool. Thanks, honey. That means a lot. And speaking of businesses, that's pretty impressive that you made enough money to buy a plane ticket.
Yeah, it's exciting that people are willing to pay me to design websites.
Well, I've seen what you can do, and you do a great job.
Thanks, Mom.
I'm serious. When I saw your web stuff, I mean, I don't always know what I'm looking at, but I know it looks good.
Thanks.
An artist's eye, just like your grandma.
And my mom. But maybe it skipped over my aunt.
Come on, her painting wasn't that bad. Well, I guess I always imagined that you'd go to Ford, like Grandma and me. It's silly, but it's not fair of me. God knows I didn't do everything my mom wanted me to do.
Like seeing Kurt?
Yeah, exactly. Amongst many other things. But yeah, it's hard to let go, to see you as an adult, and not just my baby girl.
Mom.
You were so cute back then. Even cuter than now.
Stop.
And you had the biggest head. Everyone said it. Everyone said, that's the baby with the biggest head.
Bowling ball head. The bowling ball baby.
Yep. And it was all your dad. On my side, we all have perfect, tiny little heads. Like golf balls.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think about the whole August thing?
Moving in with her?
Yeah. I guess it's a big decision, moving to Chicago.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly.
Would you want to move in with her?
It seems like a good choice. Even if it's just for a while, at least we'd have a place to stay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Are you worried about the theater? Or my school?
These days I'm worried about everything, but I'm confident too. Confident we can figure it out.
Yeah.
We've been through so much this last year. You've been through so much. I have to have faith that we'll continue to make things work.
Yeah. Me too.
I will say, August's house is pretty nice.
Her bathtub is the size of my bedroom.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be worth it for the bathtub alone. We should call August and tell her about all this.
Oh, hey August, guess what? Our dad really is our dad.
You can sleep easy. We're not French-Canadian after all.
Whatever we end up doing, I'm glad you're with me.
Yeah. Me too.
I can't see no more. I will miss your heart so tender, and I will love this love forever. can't see. This is why I am lying when I say I don't love you now. 'Cause I want to be a good woman, and I want for you to